Are you an agent who's looking to do more video ads or video productions, but maybe you're a little bit nervous in getting in front of a camera? You don't want to spend too much money on a professional and expensive videographer, but you still recognize the value and the reach that video provides to you on social media, be that YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok too. Why not combine a very inexpensive, while at the same time highly effective strategy to not only attract people in your farming areas to you, but at the same time demonstrate your value and lead them to, for example, your valuation landing pages. So here's an idea if you're scratching your head trying to think about how you're going to make yourself look and sound good on video while at the same time communicating something that people would actually be interested in watching. So here's an idea that I've got for you today, and it's totally free. So what you can see in front of me now is a Google map view over the area in which I live. So I'm living here in Waterkloof Ridge, and wherever you're living, wherever your prospects are living, where you're targeting, you can do something similar to this. So you'd need two things. You'd need a Google account in order to use Google Maps, and you'd need a Loom subscription. That's Loom, and it's free to start. You can create, I think, around about 50 videos for free, and the videos can't exceed 5 minutes in length. So what you could do is, let's say, for example, I need to attract homeowners to my funnel in Waterkloof Ridge. So how can I do that? Well, I can take them on a journey around the suburb using Google Maps like this. So I can either scroll in and I can talk about specific points of interest, streets in the area where there's been pockets of growth, good sales recently, as well as, things where the value is potentially being enhanced. So that could either be neighbors have sold in this area for X amount of money, increasing the price of property in the area or improving the value, as well as new points of interest being constructed in the vicinity. So you can use it either from a view like this, or if you want to make it look even more spectacular and a little bit more engaging, you could take your little street view man and you can drop him, for example, on this road here. What happens is then you get a Google Street View, which is date stamped, so they're not always up to date. But what you could do is do a walkabout on a road like this. So all you do is just talk about, for example, this house sold recently for 2.5 million. This house over here sold probably 2 years ago for about 3 million. And so forth, talking about the area in which people live and where you are farming specifically. So you can even go a little bit further out. So all you do is you use your little mouse wheel and you can zoom out by scrolling back on the mouse wheel. And that'll take you to a view like this. So from this view, you can do a little bit more of a bird's eye view over the suburb. You can talk about specific cluster developments, sectional title developments. You can turn it around and get a really cool view over the area. Scroll a little bit further out and you've got a far wider view over your area. Now, the benefit of doing something like this is that you can not only get on camera, people get comfortable with you when they hear your voice, when they see your mannerisms, and they trust you more when they can put a little bit more personality to your face and your brand. So you can talk about what's been happening recently in, for example, the Waterkloof Dog Park. Maybe there's been some improvements here. Perhaps there have been some issues for load shedding, as we all have had to suffer through, as well as, any municipal concerns that have probably been resolved. This makes you more than just a sales agent. This makes you a neighborhood expert in real terms, talking about this new retirement village that's been developed and what it's doing for the area, bringing more of the people who were probably living in some of these older homes and putting them into this beautiful retirement village, creating space for younger buyers, more buyer demand, and talking to maybe even the people who live in here and telling them about the opportunity, what the prices are if they were buying in here. And then obviously, conversely, you could use this to talk about a home that you might be marketing. So you may not want to pinpoint specifically where the house is, but you can talk about the area in which that house is, or the street in which that house is that you're marketing, if that's something that your homeowner or your client is comfortable with you divulging. Again, you can check any view from any direction by holding Control on a PC and using your left mouse button to turn. So you're basically holding your left mouse button and Control and moving your mouse around to get a feel for the area in which people live. So that's just another idea that I think that you should try and pursue. It combines video, it combines relevance, and then obviously inside your video or the description at the bottom of your video, you can drive them to a landing page, something like this, where people can come in and tell you where they live, where should they send their valuation, what's their name, property condition according to them might be good, anything else in terms of updates. So we could always say something along the lines of big stand and beautiful garden. After that, you can ask them where they want to sell, when do they want to sell, so they can give you a picture of their urgency to sell. And then SMS, which number, or WhatsApp, which number, and then opt in for Poppy. So just a quick idea to show you that you can do video and that you can make it relevant and that you can make it really interesting. In fact, you could probably do more than one video in a single sitting and have a library of videos every month as you highlight the areas in which you are farming. So I hope you enjoyed that idea. Let me know if you need anything else, and I'll chat to you all soon. Ciao.